Boom, boom. This is Kimberly. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a bit of Soul Land Reloaded up today, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. So we have got our new character up. She came up yesterday, but I was out of town yesterday. I just got back yesterday late in the evening, so I was unable to put out a video, but I did do it this morning here. So let's go ahead and take a look. So we got Bibi Dong, as I was hoping. This is, most people consider her to be the strongest SP character. Okay, so if you're looking for, if you're one of the newer players, or looking, you know, to get a new person that you might want to put on your first team, this would probably be one of the best choices for that. So it's in its second day. We've got another day left. Standard draw. There's nothing different about this than anything before. Standard new character entry. Everything's identical. So you'll be able to get 20 of these, 20 of them free. You'll be able to purchase 15, and then you'll be able to get 5 more inside of here, inside of doing the Royal Hunting Ground, doing it 12 times. That'll give you the total of 20 that you do need for the actual pull on her. Okay, so what events do we got up? So we've got Wrong's Affection, a standard event, Zoo King's Concert. This is the last day for this, so make sure that you do your sweep and make sure that you use all of the actual notes that they give you so that you don't lose them. Okay, time limited events. We have the standard weekend events that are going on. We got Super Monday. Make sure you participate in that, just so you get, you know, usually get between 650 850 diamonds, and on Monday, you know, it's free. Of course, last day of the active wheel. Make sure you do active wheel to claim all the stuff in there as well too. As you can see, I've already taken care of that. Okay, that's all the actual events that we've got from a standard standpoint. So we've got the God Trials, of course, up again. You definitely want to participate in this. As I've said before, this is one of the very, very few ways that you actually can obtain notes, soul bones. Okay, soul rings. This is the only way to get the soul rings. Okay, you'll be able to get 2 of them. Okay, but this is a an event that's solely based on your server. Okay, see, we are right about here right now. So we've got one more day left. Yeah, we should be able to get to this pretty easy. I haven't not done my own pushes yet either. So, but we should be able to finish it up. We're about halfway through the event, and as you can see, we're more than halfway through. So it's, yeah, we usually finish it on the last day. Usually in the morning of the last day, it's knocked out. Now, if you were participated in the previous event that we had up before, or the Dulu Realm event, you should have walked away with a handful. I walked away with a handful, a bunch of the 100k soul rings, which I then started dumping into my characters, and I've still got some more to add in here. But as you can see, all of my skills, all of my skills have been, got up to 3 or 6. I got to start enhancing these now. I've been saving the actual enhancements to wait. I was going to apply them to the ones that I maxed out first, but since I've got a bunch of these now, I'm just going to go ahead and just start leveling that up. So we should see a bunch on that. I'm saving the rest of the ones that I have in effect for Bibi Dong. Since she's going to be my most powerful player, I decided to go ahead and save a lot of them for her. So I do have a bunch of 100k soul rings in there for her that need to be applied. So as you can see, I've got a bunch of them here that haven't been equipped yet, and I'll be equipping them on her and leveling up her skills. And so, and I got all of these in that event. Okay, that event was a massive event. The Dulu Realm, the rewards were just excellent. I also went ahead and snatched up a bunch of the actual extended soul bone shards, which I have not applied yet. 400 of those. I got the 2 from some of the. So there was, I think it was 400. So I'm going to be applying those. I'm going to see how far I can get those. I'm just decided to go ahead and hold off on it right now because I'm going to be getting Bibi Dong. I'm not right now. I won't be getting Bibi Dong for another month or so. It'll probably be before I actually get her, since she's the newest character. It usually takes about 4 or 5, unless you get really, really, really lucky. to get her. I mean, if you have really bad luck, it can roll into 6 or 7 times before you actually get it. So I don't expect her to get her anytime soon, but she is going to be the new mainstay on my team. She'll be replacing Divine King Mahajong simply because he does the least amount of damage. I got more damage from him than I was getting uh, Diamond, but I need a little bit something more target centric. AOE is just not. AOE is okay, but it's just not that important. There's only there's only 1 or 2 events where you actually really need something that's AOE centric, and it just he doesn't really do enough. Ma's not. He's an SP character. He's got survivability and stuff, but he's not one of the best. I would have to put him probably low tier in terms of SP characters. There's others to look at. You want to look at Tang San. He's pretty good. Wu. Most people consider Wu to be the second best SP. Bibi Dong is of course the first. And then some of the other characters that have come out. Yeah, you might want to start looking at those. Okay. Chen that just came out recently would be one to consider as well. So that's where we're at in terms of that. But what we're going to do is we're going to do the pools. I decided to go ahead and show you for the video. I've done pretty much everything else that's it. I just got to do my God trials. So let's go ahead and go. So you go into the Divine Realm. It's always, of course, you can switch between who you want. As you can see, this is why it's very good. Consider from a free-to-play perspective. You can focus on whoever you want to focus on. Okay. Okay. So Tang San's a consideration. Wu's definitely a consideration. Ren would be consideration if you're looking for a tank. She's excellent. Divine excellent in terms of an attacker as well. Wrong, of course, healer. So if you're looking for a support character, you might want to do that. And then we've got Bibi Dong. That's who we're going to be pulling for. Okay. Now she's got an area burst, but she also has a demon spider summoning. As you know, if you've watched any of the Soul Land, you'll know all about Bibi Dong. She was the protagonist. Okay. So she was the bad guy. Well, not technically. Well, yeah. Yeah. Okay. She was sort of kind of the bad guy. Okay. And then Tang San was going on against her. But anyway, so but she's an excellent character. Her I think she was an S character. I can't remember I can't remember which one it would do, but she's always been an excellent character. Even her S version character was pretty good if you're just starting out. So let's go ahead and do the pools here. So just do a 10 pool. This thing's hit or miss. You can sometimes get a lot, sometimes not get a lot. Okay, that's not a bad one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 16. Not bad. There's got 110, which is not bad. You're hoping to get some 50s or something like that, which that doesn't happen very often. And we only got 1, so this is a really bad pool here. So that's what you have to deal with when you're dealing with this actuality. And of course, you'll be able to get 10 shards, of course, from the exchange shop. The exchange shop will, of course, get you a chest, and that chest is so you can choose any one that you want from the previous ones, including the new character, which is Bibi Dong. So you can always choose her. None of these right here are really worth the extra. I mean, if you're spending a lot of money and stuff, you might want to get these, but you can get the other stuff the other ways. So that's it. So that's pretty much everything that's gone. Battle Pass, you should be finishing with that. It should be over. You should have got your token at 90 right here. You should have been able to claim that. Shouldn't have been any trouble. Okay. Other than that, there's really not much going on in terms of that. Now, they finally released the game that we've been waiting for so long. So we'll be start picking up on that pretty soon. I'm gonna have to install it, see if I can get it up and running. But not going to tell you what the game is. If you've heard me talk about it, you will. But we should have a video up on that in a day or two, and we're going to start doing that. You probably already know who it is because I said the game just opened. There was only, I think, in the last couple of days, I think there's only 1 or 2 games that just came out. Yeah, I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's anything that's been out. But yeah, so I've already started playing it. I've got the basics down, and we're going to start doing a video on that. We're gonna be doing everything. We're going to be doing gameplay. We're also going to be doing uh, tier listing and whatnot on that because unlike this game, Soland, which Soul Reloaded, which is really from a perspective which you can get all of the characters eventually, guaranteed. This new game you can't. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit more selective, and I'll tell you how I do that, and how you focus on which characters you want to focus on. Um, it's a it's going to be interesting, and it's a very time consuming game. You're going to spend a lot more time on that. It's not an AFK game, so if you were thinking about that, it's not. I do play Mobile Legends Adventures, which is a AFK type game. But this is not, yeah, the new game's not going to be an AFK game. It's just something that you're going to have to focus on. And since it just released on global, it's been out in China. They think they've released it in Canada, and Europe. I think it's all been out. But the delay for here was, a massive delay. But they finally released. I think it was on the 1st of December. I was out of town on the 1st. And I woke up in the morning and I logged on to my phone, uh, and I noticed that because I had pre-registered, that there was a message on there saying that there was a game to download. I went and checked, and sure enough, it was the game that I was looking for. I come to find out it had already been downloaded on my tablet. But unfortunately, since I was out of town, I really didn't have time to actually do anything with it. I barely had time to keep up with my standard uh, fare of games at the particular point, combined with the other stuff I had to do due to the fact that I was out of town. So I didn't have a chance to really start pumping out on it until last night. So I logged on, messed around with it for about an hour, hour and a half. I was tired because I'd just driven like 8 hours back. And then I jumped on it this morning, and I've been playing it most of the morning just to get familiar with it. I think I finally got it up to the point where I can talk about it from a at least partially intelligent standpoint. It's not very difficult. I mean, if you've played this type of games before, you'll be able to understand it pretty quick. But I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't saying it, giving anybody wrong information. So we'll be coming out with that. Um, and we'll have a video on that probably tomorrow. It might be this evening, maybe tomorrow. I have to get it downloaded on BlueStacks and get it up and running. I'm not sure how easy that's going to be. It's just one of those things because it's a pretty intensive game. So I'm not sure how well it's going to run on BlueStacks, if any. So we'll have to find out and see. But I will give you some more on that. But from Solan's related perspective, that's it. So we got one more day on Bibi Dong. So make sure you do your pulls. Make sure you get the actual chests for her. This is the chest right here. And you can choose anyone, as I've said before. So we're going to go ahead and choose some more Bibi Dong shards. And that's going to give us our start. So not a good one. Could have been better. One of the bad things about, nice things about the draw is you do end up getting some other chests. If you do get lucky, you can get the max chest. It's not a max chest, actually. It's one less than max chest. Oscar's the last character that came out from the Triple S line, and he's not in here. So this is a one. Why it's not a full chest, I don't know. It's really a little bit weird in terms of what they're actually, what the rewards are. I mean, at this particular point, I think every chest for Triple S should be a max chest. Okay, the Triple S line is finished. It's been finished for a long time. We're almost finished with the SP line. So everything associated with Triple S is when you have a chest, it should be full. Okay, there's no reason to hold back anything. So as you can see, I'm a couple away from maxing her out. She is at, right now, she is at God 4. God 5 is max. So, yeah, so Ma's going to be going bye-byes, and we'll be moving Bibi Dong into there. You'll find Bibi Dong all the way at the end of your list. It says she's one of the ones that's not claimed. Right there is Bibi Dong right there. I've got 27 shards for her. If you take a look at her skill set, you'll notice that she's always been what's going to make her, I think, more powerful, and I think why she's being considered, uh, is it seems to be, they don't really come out and say it, but its enemies to make them continuously lose life value. I'm thinking it's more of a life steal type asking, but that's just her passive. Okay. So I think that's exactly what they're leading in terms of that. The passive, having life steal is always going to be good. And then she gathers all enemies. That's another thing. So crowd control. Stuns for 3 seconds, causing magic damage of 200,000 times attack power. Okay. And she starts with full energy. Okay, which means she should be able to pop this off pretty quick. So that seems to be good. All right. Um, she releases the enhance the death spider martial soul, increases the summoning speed of the small. Okay, so she's going to be um, increasing the speed that which she's released. So you're going to see um, an increase in speed, always helpful. Strengthen the soul of the spider, increases the explosion range of the small fighters. So she's going to release the spiders, and she has skills to release them faster. And then she's going to increase the explosion range of 40% within 6.5 seconds. So I think that's what makes her considerably the most powerful, is because most of the characters, it takes a little while before they actually start releasing powerful skills. She starts out doing it exceedingly fast. And I think that's the reason, because I was looking at her skill set, and it looks to me like everything just happens fast. I mean, you start, she's got full health, she's got full to start out, full energy, so she can start releasing this stuff almost instantaneously. Within a few seconds, you're going to start seeing stuff happening. Okay. When attacked by melee, it will reduce the output of surrounding enemies. With Bibi Dong slowly recovers 30% of health. So she's got a shield, 15%, and she recovers her health. Okay, this is not unusual. Survivability is something that's always going to. I was really surprised by the name of it, soft bone rabbit soul bone. I don't know if that's a shot at Wu, because Wu is a rabbit, but whatever. So you see that pretty neat, and Bibi Dong increases the area damage by 24%. Okay, and this is as you increase the soul rings, you're gonna see this area increase. These are all souls skills that are released, and it reduce magic defense by 20. That's only a PvP only skill, so she should be good for PvP. That's probably another reason that they're considering her to be the best in the game, is because she has a PvC centric skills. But as you can see, she has a really good skill set, and it seems to, and I think it's the quick proc is what's making her, was why everybody considers her the strongest that's came out. Now you also have to look into the side that I think she's the last one. I think she's the last SP character. There might be one more, okay, but I think she's last, and they always do the last two or so are generally the strongest. So it would not be surprising from that thing. I think it's just basically power creep. Now we've got another level of characters. There's SSP characters out there. So I assume we're going to be seeing that pretty soon. Yeah, so it's up to you as to what you'll do. But I would definitely go for her. She's going to be a massive addition to any team. And the fact that she's going to be able to, I think her AoE is going to be a little bit more centric, and I think that's why she's considered to be the best. It's fast, uncontrollable. When you got all these spiders swimming all over the screen, exploding, doing damage, there's really actually nowhere that you can hide. I mean, and you start increasing the skills, the damage just increases. It's going to get to the point where it's going to be basically screen cover. I like the fact that they gather the enemies. So she's also going to have the ability to, if you look in one in simply just the Soul Pagoda, okay. If you're looking this right here, in the Soul Pagoda, the Soul Ascension platform, when you're fighting these characters, they sometimes come from opposite sides of the screen. Okay, so you get some coming from the back, some coming from the front. They also come from different different levels. So there you might be lower screen, upper middle screen. She gathers them. I think that's what it means. So she likes brings them all together and then explodes them with their little spiders. So you could imagine, and considering how much damage they can see 200,000 times attack. So that's going to be a lot of damage. So I think that's the reason why she's considered the best. I think she just has massive damage output, and it starts instantly, within a couple seconds of starting. Okay, and I think that's why she can be considered. And there doesn't seem to be any drop off as the time goes. She just releases more spiders, and the explosions become uh, more powerful, and they cover more area. So I think you're going to see, yeah, I think you're going to see that is why she's got the rating. We'll see. Once we get her, we'll start seeing her, seeing how she plays out and whatnot. But I would expect a huge damage boost. I need it because I don't think that there's any way that I'm going to be able to the actual clear the actual hunting ground without her. I don't think I'm going to be able to hit the maximum in a hunting ground. However, the hunting ground is no longer that important if they continue to have that event that just ended. Okay, if they continue to have that Dulu Realm event that they just had, you're going to be able to get your hands on a large number of 100k soul rings relatively cheap. Okay, I had no trouble getting those at all. Like I said, I got those and I managed to snatch up 400 of the extended bones. And there was some other stuff in there as well. But it was a 3-day event, which leads me to believe that it might be something that they're going to hold like the Soul Forge. Once every few months they'll have a Soul Forge event. Maybe they'll do the same thing for this, and once every few months they'll have that. As long as they don't, they adjusted the Soul Forge. The Soul Forge event, the first 3 or so Soul Forge events were exceedingly. I mean, the rewards that they were giving were massive for the Soul Forge event. They're still really good, and it's a good place to get hard to acquire items. But the numbers of them are much reduced. But when they first out, I mean, they one of the things for like 16 of the ice core was like 900 Phoenix Divine Blood. 900. I mean, you'd have to wait months just to get 60, and all of a sudden they're giving 900 in one shot. I of course purchased that, but and for 2 or 3. I think it was probably the first 3 or 4 Soul Forge events. The rewards were just amazing. I got that triple S set of herbs, as I say, that you hardly ever see anymore. I got that whole set just from a Soul Forge event. So I'm thinking they might do the same thing with this Dulu Realm event. That they'll just have it for the first 3 or 4 times. They'll give you astronomical rewards, just like they did on this time, and then they might adjust the store to be a little bit more reasonable. Still nice and still good and still valuable items, but a lot less numbers. I don't think it would be, because the rewards that you want to get were easily obtainable. Even somebody at a lower level could get this because all you needed to do was use stamina. Okay, using stamina, just sweep. Okay, that's stamina. Okay, anytime, and that's all you had to do to get the coins. Okay, you use the stamina, you get the rewards, do the draws, and you automatically go through the screen. I cleared 1 3/4. I was actually 3/4 of the way through the second level before I ran out. But that still gave me more than enough to get a bunch of items inside of the actual gold coin store and a bunch of items out of the silver coin store, and all those coins were free to play obtained. They were right inside of the actual drawing board that you were running on. So it was a very good event. So I'm definitely looking for it again and seeing what they do with it in the future. Okay, so that's basically all I've got. All right, so just get in there, do a Bibi Dong, like I say, considered by most of the people who have been playing the game much longer than us and have had Bibi Dong for an extended period of time, say that she's the best. Skill would seem to indicate that it is, and it seems that it's probably the speed of which her skill proc begins when she enters the match that is probably the reason why. So we're going to see quick proc, and continuous increase in damage and area of effect. So definitely sounds like it could be a top skill. She's also got a shield, so she's going to survive, and she does heal herself. Again, biggest problem with not running a tank or a healer, if you're trying to run 4 attackers, is the ability that they can have some type of self-sustain. She seems to have that as well. So it looks like she's an all-around good character. So I could easily see why some are saying that she is the best. But we're going to keep pulling for her. Hopefully we'll get her here in the next, after this one ends, it'll be a week and a half. They'll do the second event for her. Another week and a half after that, there'll be the third event. I don't know if they'll release a new character at that time, or if they will do an update sometime before that and start posting out the SSP characters. I'm not sure what the plan is. If we got one more left, they'll introduce a new character, but you'll still be able to pull for Bibi Dong. There won't be any change in that as well. Otherwise, she'll probably, probably not this Soul Forge, but that might be the very next Soul Forge. We might actually see shards for her. I mean, in the last Soul Forge event that we had shards for all of the characters. Okay, so they were all in there. I mean, it was a full chest shards. Like I said, I got Mahajong pretty much from the Soul Forge. I did not do any draws on him. So I assume we'll see Bibi Dong in the Soul Forge, so you should be able to get her. I'm probably going to look back at one of the other characters. I'll have to see how the SSP rolls. I don't know. We'll have to see exactly. I'm hoping they keep it the same, but we'll have to see if they adjust any type of thing for that. But for the most part, yeah, I don't see anything different about it. But we'll make a decision once they start doing that. But like I say, do your guide trials. Make sure you do your pulls for Bibi Dong, and make sure you complete your weekly events. All right. So again, thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel. All right. And once you've subscribed, you'll see a bell. Click on it. You get notified each time I drop a video. This is Kenner coming at you from the corner, signing out.